What's good, UITBC? What's good, fight fans, boxing heads around the world? B Marsh with another boxing video. So, the WBA and IBF Unified Cruiserweight Champion, Denis Lebedev, looks like he's going to be fighting his fellow Russian, Murat Gassiev. He's also a guy out of Russia. He's there on the right of your screen, you know what I mean? Now, this is a cruiserweight fight. A fight that I'm actually looking really forward to. You know what I'm saying? I remember in the spring, like I said before, like when I first came on YouTube, man, the cruiserweight division was on fire, man. Arguably at that particular time, it was my favorite division. You know what I'm saying? I've seen some real live fights out of the cruiserweight division in the spring. You know what I'm saying? Denis Lebedev, he unified against that Argentinian. What the fuck is his name? That guy who really lost to the Yardie, Orville McKenzie in Argentina. Somebody Ramirez. I can't remember his first name right now. But he was no good in my opinion. And the man Orville McKenzie really beat him in Argentina. But they didn't give him the belt. They robbed him. The man Denis Lebedev, this guy's at cruiserweight, man. Arguably, probably right now, he has the best resume out of anybody in the cruiserweight division. He's fought guys like Marco Huck, Guillermo Jones. Both of those were losses, but those are two stellar names on the resume. He fought guys like Latif Coyote, James Toney, Roy Jones. Knocked out Roy Jones in the 10th round. The fight Roy Jones was winning, but this man Lebedev, he stopped him on his feet. But that fight with Guillermo Jones is still one of our all-time favorites, man. That's one right there. You got to go check it out, man, if you haven't seen it. Now, this guy, Murat Gassiev, he's a guy, during the spring, I wasn't too familiar with him. And the young man by the name of Minimax Boxing, go check out Minimax Boxing, man. I don't know any kid on this planet who knows as much boxing as he does, you know what I'm saying? By the time this guy is our age, if this guy, when he's an adult, this guy will be a boxing encyclopedia, man. This guy knows his boxing, you know what I mean? This young man, but he's a kid actually, you know what I'm saying? He's a kid. I just call a young man out of respect for him. But Minimax Boxing told me to look out a guy, because Minimax Boxing usually puts out videos showing guys who might be on the come up. And he told me about Murat Gassiev. I was like, I don't know who that is. And then them fellas told me who he fought. And I was like, oh, man, I seen that guy. He be fighting on PBC. He's a Al Heyman guy. You know what I'm saying? I think Murat Gassiev, he's a young dude, man. I think he's maybe like 23 years old or 22. And I think he's like 23-0 with 17 KOs. You check it. As opposed to Denis Lebedev, who's 36 years old, 29-2 with how many knockouts? I want to say 22. You know what I'm saying? You check it. So the man, Minimax Boxing, when he reminded me of who dude was, I was like, I just seen him actually that week when I spoke with Minimax, because the dude fights on PBC. He's an Al Heyman fighter, okay? He's managed by Al Heyman, and this other guy, Denis Lebedev, he's managed by Ryabinsky, the guy out of that billionaire, a Russian billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, this fight is a great fight, man. I'm going to have to look at film on both of these guys, because if I'm mistaken, I only seen one fight of Gassiev. It was on a PBC, and he knocked out the dude, some white dude. I think the dude was American, because the dude Gassiev knocked out on PBC. It was on a Tuesday night toe-to-toe fights on PBC. I'd seen the guy fight before, you know what I mean? The dude he knocked out. I ain't box wreck him, so I can't even remember right now his name, you know what I mean? But this is going to be an interesting fight, ladies and gents. Youth against veteran, you know what I mean? The more experienced guy versus the youth, the guy who's also been fighting a lot in the United States. Okay, so December 3rd, the man Ryabinsky has said that this fight will take place in Russia. Location, venue, yet to be determined, you know what I'm saying? But I'm assuming, man, it'll probably be in... in Moscow, you know what I'm saying? And this will be a great fight, man. We'll see, like I said, this man, Denis Lebedev, to me is arguably the best fighter in the division, you know what I'm saying? I know Alexander Usyk is a new player in the division, a fight that I had him winning, I predicted him to win in the same exact fashion that he did. You check it, but Lebedev is still the only guy who's unified. You know what I mean? And the guy by the name of Beibut Shumenov. Where's Beibut Shumenov from? Is he from Kazakhstan also? Beibut Shumenov, was a guy, man. People don't really take this guy seriously, man. But, I seen Beibut Shumenov live. I've seen him fight live. When he fought Bernard Hopkins, you know what I mean? When B-Hop unified the WBA 175 title. And B-Hop had already the IBF title. He got off Tavares Cloud. Now, that guy, Beibut Shumenov, a lot of people don't even mention that the guy won that world title. Although it was a dubious decision, a fight I thought he lost. But he fought Gabriel Campillo, you know what I'm saying? And, the man became a world champion, I believe, when he was 9-0 in his ninth fight. Beibut Shumenov, you know what I mean? Now, the reason I bring up Beibut Shumenov, man, because Beibut Shumenov this whole year, 2016, has been on a campaign trying to fight Lebedev. In his words, he says that Denis Lebedev is ducking him because the man Denis Lebedev is supposed to be fighting Shumenov next. You check it? Shumenov is the regular champion, okay? WBA regular cruiserweight champion, all right? And he's supposed to be fighting the real champion in WBA the super champion at cruiserweight, that's Lebedev. But for whatever reason, that fight hasn't materialized, you know what I'm saying? And the man, Shumenov, has been pretty pissed, man. He's been talking about it. I think I even seen him on Dante's Boxing Nation last week, and he was talking about, man, Lebedev needs to fight him, you know what I mean? Rather than fight this Murat Gassiev. So you never know. Maybe Shumenov will fight the winner of this particular fight, Gassiev versus Lebedev. But there's also another player in the WBA, man. I watched him this spring when he fought the guy Kalenga. Actually, Kalenga's a guy, a Zaire. Is he Zairian or Congolese? Same thing, in my opinion. He was a guy that, what's his name? That this guy Lebedev beat also. Well, Kalenga fought in one of the candidates for Fight of the Year. He fought Dorticas, Junior Dorticas, a guy out of Cuba, man. And that fight was fire, man. It was in the spring as well, you know what I mean? Man, in the spring, the cruiserweights were definitely getting it in, you know what I'm saying? But they've been really quiet ever since. But Alexander Usyk and Glowacki, they definitely handled their business a week ago. And Usyk's the new champ, you know what I mean? Now, in my opinion, I think Dorticas and Shumenov should fight. Shumenov and Dorticas both do not have an opponent as of right now. All right, that's September 22nd. Both of these guys should fight. Whoever wins that fight will be the WBA regular champ, eliminate that interim title that Dorticas has. And then the winner fights the winner of Gassiev versus Lebedev. It's quite simple, man. I don't know what's up with the WBA still prolonging with these nut-ass belts they have, man. Get rid of all them interims and regular titles, man. We need one champion. You check it? All right, so that's what it is, man. December 3rd, look out for this fight. I'm definitely waiting for it, man. It's going to be in Russia. It ain't going to be in Europe. It ain't going to be in the United States, even though Gassiev have been fighting in the States lately. And I think in Russia would be the perfect venue for it because these are two Russians. Do it in Moscow. And, we speak with, behind the scenes, we talk with the man Naota, and we always talk about, I love personally seeing fighters fight in their home country, you know what I'm saying? At least once or twice, defend a title there or challenge for a title in their country. It's just a different atmosphere when you go overseas watching boxing. In my opinion, American boxing fans, they always be, when there's even if it's a good-ass fight and there's slightly a little dull moment, not too much action, they be booing like a mob. You know what I mean? They be booing. You check it, and, I watch fights out in Japan, out in Thailand, them lower weights. Or even fights in the UK, man, and them atmospheres look so lively, you know what I mean? So, I think this fight should happen in Russia. You check it? So, let me know in the comment section what you think, man. Like I said, man, Shumenov should fight Dorticas. He's been crying that he needs to fight Lebedev. Lebedev's obviously going to fight Gassiev. The winner of Dorticas versus Shumenov should fight Lebedev. And also, don't forget the man Tony Bellew. He's going to be defending his WBC strap against, what's that guy? BJ Flores, the commentator on PBC at cruiserweight. A guy who fought this Baby Shumanov last year and lost, you know what I mean? So let me know in the comment section, ladies and gents, boxing heads and fight fans around the world. Let me know what you think about this fight. I really like it, man. I want to see if this guy Gassiev is the real deal, fighting against, to me, the best cruiserweight in the world, Denis Lebedev, you know what I mean? B Marsh Boxing, if you like the content, please hit that thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and also share the video. B Marsh Boxing, thanks for listening. 1.